Learn to master supply and demand trading in less than 5 minutes. Let me show you a few different concepts. So the easiest way to find good supply and demand zones is to look for trending phases. And within the trending phase, you want to find very large outlier candles. So here in this uptrend, we can see there's a large outlier candle. Ideally, you also don't want to see the large outlier candles in the beginning of a trend. And ideally, you find such a pattern where you have an initial push, then the outlier candle, and then a trend continuation. If you can find outlier candles early on in a trend, that's the best way to find good supply and demand zones. And when it comes to drawing supply and demand zones, is we look at the outlier candle, and you must have a small consolidation before the large outlier candle. If you don't have a consolidation before the outlier candle, you won't be able to find the supply and demand zones. When it comes to good supply and demand zones, there are a few very important principles. First of all, it has to be short. So ideally, it's 1, 2, 3, 5 candles maximum where the price is going sideways. You also don't want to see that the price during the consolidation moves against the trend very strong. So ideally, you have very narrow consolidation. And then you just draw your supply and demand area around the consolidation. In this case, we only have one candle. We draw it, as you can see, from the top of the candle to the low of the candle. This is then your, in this case, a demand area. So what you do then is you simply wait for the price to come back to this area, and then you are initiating a long entry. The idea of supply and demand is that there's still so much interest in this zone that when or if the price reaches this zone again for a second time, you will see another bounce. It doesn't have to be a bounce that is going to be as strong. And of course, sometimes the market will just push through your zone. So nothing works 100%. But the good thing about the supply and demand approach is that we are often working with really large reward to risk ratios. So we're waiting for the market to come back to this zone. So the market is now coming very close to the zone. How do we structure a trade? It's actually quite simple. And in TradingView, I use this box. It's called a GAN box. And let me just draw it on the chart. You don't see much. The reason is that I've changed the settings. You can pause the video. And the only thing you need is actually the 0, the 1, and the minus 0.3. Show you this in a moment. So what we do with this box is that we zoom in on our consolidation candle before the outlier candle. We take the box and we draw it from the bottom to the top of the consolidation candle. So now the box is going from the bottom to the top, and this red line is the minus 0.3. And what this does is that the distance from the lower line to this is 30% of this large box. Why is this important? It's important for stop loss placement. So when we have our box drawn, let me make this a little bit more accurate. This is roughly how it's going to look like. And the basic approach that a lot of supply and demand traders choose is that they have a pending buy order here. Their stop loss is going to be here. And then you can see we are easily working with a very high reward to risk ratio for those supply and demand trades. And even if we only target here the previous area where this drop initiated, we are already working with a 4.7, almost a 5-to-1 reward to risk ratio. And this means you can have a very low win rate and still make this a profitable system. You can see that this candle now pulled us into the trade. It hit our limit buy order. The stop loss is down here. And from here on now, either you have a passive approach where you don't interfere with the trade, so you just let it run, or you implement a trailing stop loss approach. And this is ideally done on the lower time frames. But a lot of supply and demand traders will just completely trade it passively. And here, this is the exact reason why our stop loss is not right at the bottom of the zone. Of course, sometimes this will take you out. Nothing works 100% in trading, but over the long term, with a good reward to risk ratio, this is a system that can have a good expectancy, even if your hit rate is very low.